Yoga has certainly become one of the most popular health and recreational activities today as people look to this ancient practice for many benefits both physically and mentally. Trauma-informed yoga has also shown great potential as a therapeutic tool for those who have experienced trauma, including sexual violence. In this episode, we learn a little bit more about trauma-informed yoga and how it is being utilized here at the Chinook Sexual Assault Centre.
Across the prairies, the wind is a constant companion, drifting down from the mountains, across the hills and valleys, forests and plains. The wind is a harbinger of change. It whispers warm breezes across snow-covered winter landscapes and caresses sunny summer evenings. It whips up snow into blizzard frenzies and boils up ominous black clouds of prairie thunderstorms. And if you listen closely, you might hear messages in the wind which speak of hope, change, and renewal. This is Voices in the Wind, a regular broadcast from the Chinook Sexual Assault Centre, where we share news about our mission to end sexual violence and child abuse across southwestern Alberta.
Hi, I'm Brett Brown, one of the Communications and Sustainable Fund Development Officers here at the Chinook Sexual Assault Centre. Welcome to Voices in the Wind, a podcast dedicated to exploring news and information about sexual abuse, sexual violence, and child abuse. In this podcast, we often tackle difficult subjects, but our goal is to approach these conversations with hope and positivity. We also aim to highlight some of the incredible efforts being made to support those affected by abuse while providing insights and raising awareness that can inspire real and lasting social change. These are important conversations to have, but we want you to be aware that we may touch on subject matter that is uncomfortable or triggering. If you feel like you need help, please reach out to us at 403-694-1094 or the Alberta One line for sexual violence at 1-866-403-8000. You can also visit our website at csacleth.ca. In recent years, many people have flocked to yoga as a way to improve both body and mind. Benefits of this ancient practice include both physical benefits such as improved strength, flexibility, and mental health, as well as mental benefits such as stress reduction, mood improvement, and mental clarity. Yoga has also shown potential as a therapeutic tool for those that have experienced trauma. Here at the Chinook Sexual Assault Centre, we are always looking for innovative new ways to provide support and assistance to our clients. Recently, we have started to explore the potential of trauma-informed yoga as a therapeutic tool for both staff and clients. Leading our efforts in this area is Corinne Broach, one of our trauma support navigators. Corinne has been with the Chinook Sexual Assault Centre for 2.5 years, providing help and support for those in crisis, assisting clients to access ongoing services, and helping build skills to deal with the impacts of trauma. Welcome to Voices in the Wind, Corinne.
Thank you for having me.
Now, a lot of people have an idea of what yoga is, but just to kind of set a framework for our discussion here, can you kind of give us a little bit of background about yoga, where it came from, and some of the benefits that it offers?
Absolutely. So yoga is an ancient practice, originated in India over 5,000 years ago. And so it originally wasn't movement-based at all. Originally, it was primarily breath work, meditation, living in harmony, and connection with mind, body, and soul. The Sanskrit root word for yoga has many translations, but essentially means to unite or to connect, right? And connection to not only self, mind, body, and spirit or soul, but also with others around us and with our community, right? Which can sometimes be broken when there is sexual violence or trauma involved. Yeah.
Okay, so of course yoga has become increasingly popular for a variety of reasons. Can you maybe talk about some of the benefits of yoga and maybe talk about how you got involved with it?
Absolutely. So yoga has many benefits, which you alluded to earlier. Mentally and emotionally, it can help reduce stress, anxiety, and can help regulate the individual's nervous system. And it does this by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our counterpart to the sympathetic nervous system, which is our fight, flight, freeze, fawn responses. Physically, it can help increase flexibility, balance, coordination, develop that strength, and also help with things like circulation and digestion. I would also add that it has a spiritual or a relational component as well. And so yoga helps people foster more awareness, more connection with others, with themselves, and with something greater, out there, which can be a comfort for a lot of people who've experienced trauma.
Okay, and how did you get involved with it?
Yeah, so I have had multiple experiences with yoga, some positive, some not as positive, and I think a lot of it has to do with how the class is set up, the relationship between teacher and student, and so there are multiple factors at play. And I have developed a love for trauma-informed yoga specifically because it really just allows people to do the practice that they want to do, that feels right in their own bodies, and is a lot more approachable than your typical yoga class that you would experience.
Okay, so that kind of leads me to my next question. So what is trauma-informed yoga and how is it different from what we might consider traditional yoga?
Yeah, so that's a great question. What I consider traditional yoga is more of the ancient practice. What we know as modern yoga today is more pose-based and instruction-based, more focused on the movement. Trauma-informed yoga really places an emphasis on empowerment, autonomy, choice. Everything is always optional. So I might demonstrate some poses, but the expectation is never that you do them exactly how I do them. Different poses are going to feel different in different kinds of bodies, and different bodies are going to make different shapes. And the focus with trauma-informed yoga is more about how you feel versus how you look. And one of the things in trauma-informed yoga that I practice is I don't touch. So for individuals who have been impacted by sexual violence, touch can be a very polarizing thing. And so I don't touch individuals and I let them know that. So I don't do any adjustments. I might verbally make suggestions if somebody looks stuck. But there is no expectation to do a pose in a certain way. Individuals are encouraged to really explore what they're needing in that moment, and creating opportunities for safety, exploration, and perhaps maybe some peace, which some people have never had.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, you took a fairly substantial kind of course to be able to offer trauma-informed yoga here at the Chinook Sexual Assault Centre. So maybe share a little bit about that process and what you kind of went through or prepared for to do this.
Absolutely. So I did a 200-hour course through School Yoga Institute, specifically for facilitating and teaching trauma-informed yoga, which was a bit more comprehensive. And so we covered things like the history of yoga, right? The different types and practices of yoga, different paths of yoga. Also, we covered trauma and how it impacts the brain, the body, how yoga can actually assist people in regulation, and how to be able to do that. Also, I learned about had I still continue to learn more about anatomy, but definitely a lot of connections between trauma and movement, trauma and body, and sequencing how to be a teacher, and really learning that modeling and that co-regulation, which can be so powerful for people.
Okay, great answer. So we'll explore this subject a little bit more after the break. In the meantime, here is Jacqueline Akin-Cora with Chinook Winds.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Akin-Cora, and welcome to Chinook Winds, our monthly summary of news and events at the Chinook Sexual Assault Centre. We want to start by saying a big thank you to everyone who participated in our Child Abuse Prevention Month activities, including our Go Blue for Kids campaign, our pumpkin carving contest, and our Light Up the Night Go Blue initiative. Our heart goes out to everyone who showed their support, whether it was purchasing a blue team item from one of the Go Blue businesses, wearing blue on Go Blue Day, tagging us with your best pumpkin carving picture, or turning your house or business lights blue to show your support. We are touched by your love and support. We also want to thank the local businesses who made it possible, including the Jasmine Room, Umami Shop, Founders Cafe and Bakery, the Penny Coffee House, Cookie Crimes Ice Creamy, Little Nico Rocker Coffee Company, and New Lights Electric. And continuing from October is our Beyond the Surface Tattoo Raffle. You could win one of 10 fabulous prizes donated by a very talented group of local tattoo artists. We have prizes from Samantha Ambler at the Libertine Tattoo, Dalen Babe at Dalen Babe Tattoo, Jenny Freeman at Fortune's Favor Tattoo Studio, Ethel McPherson at Fortune's Favor Tattoo Studio, Cass Michelle at Tat by Cat, Sebastian Murray at Lelum Blue, Kelsey Nico at Libertine Tattoo, Selena Osborne at Libertine Tattoo, and Andrew Page at Andrew Page Tattoo. Tickets are just $25. You can get yours by visiting the events section of our website or visit our link tree. Tattoos may only be skin deep, but when you enter our raffle, you show support that comes from the heart for our Chinook Child and Youth Advocacy Center. Christmas is just around the corner, and this year the Chinook Sexual Assault Centre is teaming up with Santa and Center Village Mall to make the holiday season extra special. Santa is joining us at the mall on Saturday, November 29th, and on Saturday, December 6th. Parents can bring their kids down to share their Christmas wishes with Santa and get a professional picture taken with the jolly old elf. There will also be a silent auction and more to come. Proceeds from the event will support our Chinook Child and Youth Advocacy Center. Watch our social media channels for more information on the exciting Christmas event. Have you got an old clunker you would love to send down the road? With Donate a Car Canada, you can donate your car, support the Chinook Sexual Assault Centre, and earn a tax deduction. To get things started, call their toll-free at 1-877-250-4904 or visit their website at donateacar.ca. All you have to do is to fill out a simple online form, and Donate a Car will pick up your unwanted vehicle. And if you choose the Chinook Sexual Assault Centre as your charity of choice, we will receive the proceeds from your vehicle donation, and you will receive a tax receipt of your contribution. And finally, in October, we hosted Because of You, an evening of celebration and gratitude. This was our chance to say a special thank you to those who generously supported us, particularly those who contributed to the capital campaign, which allowed us to develop the Chinook Child and Youth Advocacy Center. It is an amazing facility which has already helped hundreds of children and youth. The event features some inspiring messages from our Ledbury Police Service Chief, Shaheen Medizadeh, Janine Mock from MMP Ledbury, Chinook Sexual Assault Centre CEO, Christine Cassie, and Board Chair Kaylee King, which highlighted the impact our donors have in making possible the life-changing work taking place at our center. We will leave you with a few aspects from this presentation.
Tonight we celebrate you and we thank you. Because of you, our region has a Child and Youth Advocacy Centre. The work we do is only possible through partnerships with police, children's services, and health. It's our multidisciplinary team and our leadership advisory committee that do this collaborative work with children and youth in their best interests and not in the convenience for our institutions. And this is why the process works so well.
I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for the amazing work that you do. When I started working policing over 30 years ago, we didn't have these. You had these cases, you just had to do whatever you could do to manage it. And I can also be very honest to say that the victims weren't getting the care they deserved, period. But that was then. When you fast forward to what we have today, this is a world-class way to support our victims, the very vulnerable victims, and help them move on with their journey and their life so they can actually have a life, in fact. So thank you very much for all you do. Thanks to all the donors who support this cause, and we are very proud to have that partnership with you, and we can only do our best to make it even better.
At M&P, we believe in building strong, resilient communities. And that belief is not just a slogan for us, it's a guiding principle. It's on our computers, we look at it every day. So when we were looking for a charity to support, we asked ourselves, where can we make the most meaningful impact? And the answer was clear. The Chinook Sexual Assault Centre stood out not only for the vital services that it provides, but for the compassion, the professionalism, and the inclusivity it embodies. As we've learned, sexual violence affects every corner of our society. It touches lives in ways that are often invisible, but deeply felt. It affects our neighbors, our colleagues, our friends, and our families. So supporting the Chinook Sexual Assault Centre is our way of saying, we see you, we believe you, and we stand with you. This centre does not just respond to trauma, as we've learned, it helps prevent it through education, advocacy, and community engagement. It fosters a culture of safety, of respect, and healing. And that's something that every business should care about.
We need you to know that because of you, a dream became a reality. Because of your generosity, determination, and unwavering belief in the power of community, our physical building was completed and the doors officially opened in November of 2021. And what has happened inside of these doors since then is nothing short of remarkable. Because of you, 717 children, youth, and their families have walked into a safe, supportive space, a space where their stories are heard with compassion, where healing begins the moment they enter. 388 child forensic interviews have been conducted with great care, ensuring that young people don't have to relive their trauma over and over again. Because of you, children receive the right supports at the right time, through every step of their journey, from disclosure to investigation, through the judicial process and beyond. And because of you, over 700 individual and family therapy sessions have taken place, and 135 group sessions have been shared, helping young people and their families to rebuild hope, trust, and a sense of peace.
Thanks, Jacqueline. So we are here with trauma support navigator Corin Broach, and before the break we learned a little bit about trauma-informed yoga, and we want to explore this a little further. But before we do that, Corin, can you share a little bit about the work you do here at the center?
Yeah, absolutely. So as a trauma support navigator, I do a lot of crisis management, stabilization with individuals, safety planning. And also, we also do integrated case management as well. So getting people connected to various resources in the community, assessing needs to ensure those basic needs are met, so that individuals are in the best place possible to take the next step in their healing process, whatever that looks like.
Okay. And maybe share with me how trauma-informed yoga applies to the work that you and others do here at the center.
Absolutely. So Really, trauma-informed yoga is just another tool for clients to utilize or to have in their toolbox, right? So it's not the be-all, end-all of healing. It's just another tool that individuals who wish to connect to their bodies and wish to create safety within themselves are able to do.
Okay. So maybe tell me a little bit about how trauma-informed and yoga and the trauma-informed yoga program here at this center will unfold. I know we got some videos that are kind of in the works, but maybe just tell me about what lies ahead for this program.
So I have been offering staff yoga sessions. I do believe that helpers also require support and ongoing care and wellness. And so starting with staff seemed like the great place to start. And we're also planning to meet one-on-one with clients. I'm beginning to do that. That seems to be the most trauma-informed way. Some clients have requested even virtually. And so really just meeting the needs of clients and meeting them where they're at and really just giving them more tools to be able to cope with whatever life is going to throw at them or whatever it has thrown at them already.
Okay. So here at the center, we deal with people of all ages, from children and youth right up to seniors, I guess. So can anybody participate in trauma-informed yoga?
I would say most people can. I would, consult your doctor, consult your physician first if that is an appropriate movement for you. And I also encourage people to check in with their own bodies and how they're feeling, to not do anything that feels painful or even uncomfortable, depending on. And really, trauma-informed yoga can be adjusted, right? So we can use chairs if there are mobility issues or injuries. We can utilize tools or props to be able to give individuals a choice in how they would like their body to move.
Okay, we kind of covered this a little bit, but are there any specialized equipment that people need or that we need here to be able to offer this?
Honestly, you really just need yourself. And we provide yoga mats here. We provide pillows, blankets also can feel more safe for people. So if individuals feel like certain poses are exposing, we would offer a blanket and pillows and bolsters, so just another bigger pillow, just depending on the type of yoga that you're doing, and also just depending on that individual's ability to engage in the practice as well.
Okay. So if people are interested in learning more about trauma-informed yoga, I guess here at our center or elsewhere, what should they do?
So I encourage people to do their own research. Ideally from reputable sources, right? So these are experts in the field. The Body Keeps the Score, great place to start. Also, there are lots of podcasts, audiobooks that people can listen to. And I don't know if we can provide a list of resources, but really just looking at multiple sources and finding what feels right for you. And people are also welcome to call the center and ask me any questions. I don't claim to be an expert, but I will try to help and support or guide them in the right direction if I can.
Thanks, Corinne. So that wraps up our episode. Thanks so much to Corinne for joining us on the podcast and to our viewers. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed our conversation. Please join us again next month for another great episode. In the meantime, to learn more about the Chinook Sexual Assault Centre, please visit our website at csacnc.ca. leth.ca, or call us at 403-694-1094. If you need help, you can also call Alberta's One Line for sexual violence at 1-866-403-8000. Thanks for watching. See you again for another edition of Voices in the Wind.